YouTube, it's Brian Phillips. Something all new. Another Airwolf. Only this one is much smaller and totally sweet GPS heli drone style. It's got lights and all sorts of cool features. We're gonna see how they work right now, but the manual was very confusing. And so as usual with these Chinese heli drones, we have no idea until we start. And we're gonna do that right now. Press and hold this button. Notice the ordnance. Once you press it, it'll bring up lights. Squishy tires, solid core, meaning there's no wheels to fail, but the wheels are rubber, looks totally sweet, and there are LEDs on there, but it's very bright. And so as per usual, because this is a heli drone, we have a glowing pink light on top, and what we're looking for is we're looking for green. That means that it has a GPS lock. There's also a full color touchscreen, which is really nice, although it doesn't do much with it. When you're at 8 meters or higher in high rates, there's low and high rates, we're in high rates right now, you can press and hold this and wait for 2 beeps, and then you can roll left or roll right, and it will fly upside down as though it were being controlled right side up. That's what we could gather from the manual, and we hope that it's correct. Also, just looking at this, you can really see the light super easy. It is red, in fact. Actually put your shadow on it. Yep. There you go. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch to GPS right in the middle. That switches to green, and then hopefully that means that we actually have GPS lock, but you'll notice there is a 3-position switch. There's an optical sensor, GPS, and then something else down below. I don't know what the something is, but it just beeps.
Solid green.
And we have what appears to be an arrow. This is very easy to read in real life. I don't know if it's gonna show, but it points what direction we're pointing, so that's pretty cool. All right, so I believe we're gonna have to arm with sticks down and out, similar to other drones. This is unlocked. If you put it to down, it's gonna kill it. I'm in auto versus manual. I don't know what that means. And then there is a circle and a figure-8 flight, I believe. Okay, so here goes nothing. Let's see if it takes off. That armed it. It's spooled up, very quiet. And then sticks moving up. And there it is, guys.
Wow.
Looks totally sweet. You can see the LEDs through the guns. Look really awesome. I gotta say, that thing is gorgeous. I'm gonna yaw it so you can see both sides of the lights.
Oh, you can see them in the
it's so cool, but it's also walking in a circle just so you know. As I'm rotating it, yes, you've got the thrust tubes have the afterburners. So cool. Okay, so let's fly this thing around. Wow, those lights are really neat. And yes, they did ask us about the shark mouth, and we voted.
And they did not listen.
What they wanted, but that's okay, because who wants it to look like the one on the TV show? I don't know, somebody who saw it. We weren't born.
We weren't? No, we weren't.
No, not for this. Okay, so recovery is very good. Beautiful clouds, nice puffy clouds for us in the background. As you can see, good amount of stick input, but the thing does pretty good. We got light breeze. The breeze is right now on this direction, okay? And it's pretty weak. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna fly it down here, give you guys a couple of shots next to the weeds in our yard. And absolutely easy to fly. We've got pretty heavy wind right now. Let's see how it does with the wind. Be careful, as this will correct from a high-speed stop. Watch that tail kick, okay? So we've noticed that a lot on some of these helicopters. Camera crew and I are gonna go down by the damn runway and just see what we can see as we fly. Very easy to control. Yes, this thing is very solid. Now, I wanna go up to altitude and see if we can find the upside down flight real quick, okay? So I'm gonna go up there in a cool way. 8 meters is what they say. That must mean it takes a while to flip over. Okay, so we're pointed into the wind. That's gotta be 8 meters, press and hold mode. I didn't hear 2 beeps. There it goes, flips over, and then it flies just like normal. That is pretty cool. I'm gonna bring it down. That is really neat. And guys, it's just like normal controls, hands off the sticks, but you do lose some authority because, well, not so much authority as much as the reliability that I would come to expect. And that is because when you put it upside down like this, you don't have your optical flow sensors. But I gotta say, that is stinking cool, guys, because I know how hard it is to fly a heli upside down, and there it is, just flying itself like it doesn't even know any better. That is pretty awesome. Now, full disclosure, I'm gonna go up quite a bit, and as you can see, my sticks are controlling it just like normal. I'm gonna get pointed into the wind, and I'm gonna fly that direction. So the stick controls are exactly the same. Now, I think I have to press that button one more time. and then roll it. Nope, press it until it beeps. And then roll it. There it goes, back to normal mode. That was very uneventful, guys. China, if you're listening and you want to do that type of feature, make it uneventful, because uneventful is exactly what we want when it comes to that type of behavior. And I gotta say, compared to our other Airwolf we did not too long ago, oh, that looks sweet in the grass. This thing is rock solid. And I gotta say, it's not jumping around, it's not dancing around, no tail feather issues, and obviously, totally different helicopter. But at the same time, I gotta say, really cool. All right, so have no idea how long this thing's gonna fly, but I wanna see if it returns to home real quick too, because there is technically a return to home, I believe. I don't know if this is gonna land or return to home, so what I'll do is I'll go over the top of the concrete just to give us a good landing. Okay, all right, so I've released the sticks. So now I press that, oh yeah, it just lands right where it is, okay? So it's not like a return to home, so to speak. It's gonna disarm itself to take off again, sticks down and out. By the way, sticks down and up like this opposite one another in mode 2 is how you do your gyro calibration if you need to do that. We haven't done a gyro calibration, just to let you know. Very easy takeoff, very easy to control indeed, and absolutely gorgeous flight performance, although it's really drifting like crazy now all of a sudden. Now all of a sudden that I say it doesn't need a gyro calibration, look at that. Huh, well, it's doing all right now. Okay.
Picked up too.
Yeah, the wind must have picked up. All right, so time to fly down. Oh man, I love the afterburners. That looks so
Really
cool. Am I only seeing the one on the right, or is that just an optical illusion?
I could see them both earlier.
You could, but I'm only seeing the one on the right.
It's really bright out here right now, though. Oh, I think you're right.
What the heck? Did we lose one of our afterburners? Or is it just an angle? I think we lost one of our afterburners.
Can you change the lighting setup?
I don't know. Maybe that's why it was drifting, because one of our afterburners burned out.
I'm sure that was totally it.
Yeah, let's give them a close-up. What the heck? Did we lose an afterburner?
Yeah, it looks like
Well, that kind of ticks me off. I guess we'll find out. So guys, here on Brian Phillips RC, you know what is right behind me is gonna be the damn gift shop. Man, that looks sweet in this tall grass. If you guys didn't know this, we do actually harvest hay, and that's some clover and some grass, and that's just grass hay is what it's gonna be at some point here shortly. But I love the way that looks in the grass. It looks totally sweet. And I wanna see how this handles itself over the water. So we're gonna go ahead and fly down here. Why don't we go in by Long Island, hon? Is that okay?
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna bring this right here close to us. Now, the wind is somewhat subdued down here because we are in a somewhat protected environment, but I love flying over by Long Island. Now, Long Island, if you didn't already know, is right in front of us, okay? So this is a little area where we've kind of got a fish trap, and a fish trap or a minnow trap in this case is what we're looking at. Whoa, oh crap. Okay, so you gotta watch out for that. I got no warning and it just started going home. Okay, so that was trying to return me home. I didn't catch it in time and it hit that tree, okay? So you don't wanna do that, obviously. And obviously in my case, that was a pretty devastating crash, but I don't even know. It might actually be intact. It looks like the nose of it got into the mud. So the case in point, guys, is now you know about how long the flight time is gonna be, but I can't believe it doesn't look very damaged. I'm kind of amazed. Okay, so let's see. This one is dirty, okay? So obviously the fact that it's dirty does not stop it from working, but we could take a second and we could probably try to wipe this stuff off and see if we can get lucky enough. We might take a quick second and just wipe it off in the grass. Man, that is annoying that it tried to do that.
There was no warning.
There was like none.
No.
It just started going.
Yeah.
It's supposed to go to flashing lights, guys.
I was just gonna say, the lights flashing as soon as it went up.
Whoa,
Like, that was the first time I noticed it.
So it's supposed to go to slow flash and then fast flash. So we'll see. I don't know if it even broke it though. I mean, it's kind of amazing. If that didn't damage it, this is nuts, guys. Look at this. It's like I've got the waxing compound coming off. If this thing is not damaged, I'm gonna be amazed. I would be amazed. It's not moving. All right, so here goes nothing. Let's see what happens, folks. Okay, so the battery's already on, so it immediately starts. let's go up here to the runway, the damn runway. We're gonna get it back into the GPS area. I think I might have a little bit of breakage right there.
A little crack right behind the mouth.
Yeah, but I mean, I can't believe if that didn't get damaged, I'm gonna be amazed.
Yeah.
So guys, here on Brian Phillips RC, we show the full truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God. And I'm gonna go ahead and lay this down right here. It may not let us take off just from the sheer fact that our battery is low, okay? So I'm gonna go back to GPS, okay? I'm gonna go 6 down and out. Careful, because we did just crash, guys. Let's see if it takes off. 6 up, no way. Are you kidding me? You gotta be kidding me. Look at that, it didn't break.
So now we gotta watch the lights and see.
Look, our afterburner got fixed. That is hilarious. So I gotta say, guys, here's the thing I can say. This thing just crashed into the tree. It fell from a good 15, 18 feet up in the air. And now it is here flying again like it didn't even happen. And I am super amazed that that just happened. I gotta say, very, very cool.
Oh, there's tons of fish. You just flew over them. Did
Yeah?
you see them?
No, let's see. Guys, here on Brian Phillips. Oh yeah,
you
look,
see them?
There's 4 of them. I'm gonna go fly right over them. You good?
Yeah. Maybe not.
See the fish?
Your lights are flashing, just FYI.
I'm going over here just so it doesn't die.
Yeah.
That was so cool. We got fish on camera. You guys see the fish? Here, let's just go down low. You can have the fish in the background.
Yeah, they're in the background. There's 4
You
of
guys
them
see
right there.
Are you picking them up?
I don't know.
I hope so. Come on,
Seriously.
fish, it's a wolf. That is so dang cool. All right, guys, so let's do this. There is a slow flash on the LED, as you can see right there. The red light.
So what the heck did it do?
It tried to return to home, I
know,
think.
but why?
I don't know. I guess it must have got confused. All right, so I'm curious, if we go to return to home, is there a return to home? Because obviously that one landing, this one landing button just puts it down right where you are. But then there's a return to home. So let's see. Okay, so that's return to home. Let's see where it takes us. It should take us right there, but I just gotta watch for the rocks. Okay, yep, it's taking us right here. How do you get out of that mode though, guys? I'm gonna hit back to GPS, okay? Well, I don't wanna hit the rocks. Okay, out of that mode, and I took back off. Just because these rocks are not gonna be as forgiving as trees and mud, okay? So I'll go ahead and land it myself. Let's go ahead and land it. Actually, I wanna go right here, just a little bit further back. We'll go right here. There we go. All right, so now on the ground, I'm gonna go to, yep, in just a couple of seconds. I can't believe that. That is nuts.
That was weird.
Okay, at the end of the day, it lives to see another day. We got the film fish, so I feel like this is a victory. But what the heck was that all about? And by the way, if that ever happens to you, all you have to do is go, that's a return to home, so just go to return to home and then back to GPS, and it will cancel the return to home function. If I would have been prepared for that, I would have responded accordingly, but I don't know why it dropped so quick that it decided to go straight up while I happened to be under that tree. We talk about that all the time, but we just got unlucky this time. And that could have happened with a much more expensive heli, so thank God it happened with the smaller one. And by the way, I gotta say, is it in stop? It's in stop. Hold still. Okay. Thank you. So danger means stop, okay? So all that happened was that this part got dirty, which is nuts. I cannot believe that.
I can't believe that either.
And then this part here.
Oh.
No, it's just dirty.
It just popped out.
It just popped out. There's a little clip I gotta pop back in. That is incredible,
That's
guys.
crazy.
I feel like this one's worth a second battery. So we're gonna battery back up. We should be able to go up. We'll spare you guys the walking back and forth. But I'll pop that back in on camera and then we'll switch the batteries out and come right back. Is it started?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. We're looking at some nature walk here. You guys see the fish? Hopefully they can see. If they
I'm
can't,
hoping they can.
well, zoom in and look at your screen. Guys, we were flying the Airwolf and we just wanted to show you some of the fish. The algae is getting blown over here right now, so sorry it's a little bit gross, but the fish seem to love the algae. And there's a fish right out here. If they can't see, I'm gonna totally put these lenses in front of it. You want me to try the lenses?
I think you could see it, but...
Here, let's try the lenses. These are polarized lenses. So we're gonna put it over the, where's your, camera. Ah, there it is. Okay, so we'll see if that helps. That should make it easier, but I can't put it there because of the stuff.
Yeah.
Here, we'll try this way. Can you see through the water?
Oh, you might be able to see. There you go. Hold right there.
No, I think it's
I don't think it helps.
I think it's not helping.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can definitely see in the water. So guys, oh, there's one out here too. Look right out there. There's two.
Oh, I see them, yeah.
You see them?
I mean, I
There's
can see
three. There's 1, 2, 3. Point the camera at them.
I am.
That's
right
so
there.
cool. They're right on the surface.
Oh, he's going to jump right up.
I wonder if they will.
Right on the surface.
It's like the little sharks. Holy cow, there's like 5 or 6 of them out there.
Probably.
By the way, the other day, there was a beaver out here, guys. A
Yep.
beaver. A straight up beaver tail and all. It was crazy. And yep, there's one right there too.
Frog just like jumped over my foot.
Yeah, that's for sure. So guys,
I don't know what those are. We're going to have to learn to identify them
I think they're bass.
by looking at them.
I think those are bass. But yeah, they're probably trying to lay their eggs and stuff right now. But the algae is kind of gross right now.
This is one of the warmest days we've had, so I think
Yeah.
they're all getting
They're getting ready
excited.
to spawn.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, coming back with the Airwolf. All right, so all we need to do on this is clean it up just a little bit. And so first thing I want to do is wipe off that one blade that got mud on it, because that's gross. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna wipe off the tip. I cannot believe that was like 18 feet up probably. Well, it might have been a little bit less than that. Let's call it 12 to 15 feet up.
Yeah.
And it fell straight down.
Yeah.
And it didn't damage it at all that I can tell.
I thought for sure it was.
Full disclosure, we're in stop. I believe that's why it's flashing that in the battery. We have the original battery. The second battery is charging. So guys, let's look it over for damage, okay? Now, I'm not saying that if yours crashes, you're gonna get so lucky. Believe me, I've crashed helicopters, have been a lot worse than this. That's just incredible. And you see, this is where, on the other side, it popped one clip out, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead, and it didn't even break the landing gear. That's the crazy part. It got a little bit of schmutz up there. Okay, so I'm gonna just pull the schmutz out, which looks like some sort of weed or something. And all I need to do is just clean it up a little bit. And that little clip came out. See that? Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's press this battery. Okay, and when it turns off, okay, it's off. Now I'm gonna clip these two together, pull them toward each other, and then pull it out. Now remember, this battery, we kind of cleaned it out in the field, but I'm gonna go ahead and clean it up a little bit more as well. And I don't know why it went to return to home when it did. It seemed like that was very premature to me. But we're gonna go ahead and charge this battery. I just hope it's not a defunct battery or something weird.
Yeah.
So we're gonna plug in our USB-C connection, let that start charging. Oh yeah, it was pretty spent. So that means it's between 25 and 50%. So I'm thinking probably toward the bottom end of that range. So now let's see if we can figure out how to pop this back in. My guess is it should be pretty straightforward. Okay, so all I have to do is try to get this around. Booyah, there it is.
Nice.
And then wipe the mud off. You gotta be kidding me. That is so insane that there wasn't any more damage. And I'm telling you, it flew just as good as it did before it crashed. So if there's something to be said for this, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I feel like that was an abnormality. We got lucky that it didn't get damaged worse, but we certainly did not get lucky that it went into return to home. So that is something for you guys to watch out for, and hopefully you can lesson learned from Brian Phillips RC. So we're gonna get this cleaned up just a hair more, and then we're gonna throw that other battery. It's still charging evidently. I don't know why, show them that. That is actually the one we plugged in previous. It was the earlier of the two.
And this is the provided cable with our high wattage.
With our high wattage charger. Okay. So I'm not sure why that one's taking so long. There is one little schmutz mark on there. That might be a bug or something we hit.
I think you got about 8 minutes of flight time though.
Oh, and then we took back off and it was fine. So also, this is a direct drive, 1204, 5300 kV direct drive brushless motor. And then this is a direct drive down here too. So you can see the motor right there. Okay, see it spin? So I gotta say, really impressed with the way this thing flies. It flies really easy. It's definitely gonna be one of these where it'd be better if you have a little bit of experience, just so you can kind of deal with things that come up like that. But I'll be honest, if I would have known what was happening quick enough, by the time I realized it was that high, it had taken over control. So I would have had to go like that and then back to this setting for it to work. Now, this is de-energized, so we can go back to unlock we can go back to auto. And we never did even show the figure 8 flight. So we're gonna show that next. And I think probably what we'll do is we'll take off with the battery maybe not fully charged. It's gotta be charged enough to do what we need to do. So we'll just unplug from this. We'll go ahead and load the battery. Now my suggestion, you don't have to follow my suggestion, but my suggestion is you load the battery inside, wherever you're comfortable, get it locked in, make sure you got good contact in there, but don't press power until you get out to your launch zone. Now keep in mind, the other thing too is sometimes with these auto return to home features, they will not make it over an obstruction, they will fly straight into the side of it. We've had that almost happen because our garage is on this end of the building and our takeoff zone is usually over here. It tried to take off, go up, and I think it was that Huey. Was it that Huey right there? It might have been an Apache. No, it was an Apache. It was a Xiang Apache. So just be careful when you have a return to home execute. The first time you'll be able to learn how high it goes. And remember, if you lose grade like we do when we go down to the pond, that's gonna impact how high up it goes. You would think that it would start from 0 altitude when it launches, but I don't always know how these helicopters do it. Now these larger helicopters, like the BL-105 or the Huey or the Bell 206 that are from Flywing, they do gain enough altitude and they do return to home, but they also a lot slower in their climb. So I have longer times to respond to their behaviors. And I gotta say, this screen, I thought at first it might be a little bit hokey, but it has proven to be very bright and very easy to see. I don't know what type of display, but you can see when you power it up, it's got a beautiful full screen, color touchscreen, or color screen. It's not touchscreen, sorry. All right, okay, so we're gonna go out, we'll get ourselves in position and come right back. Okay, so more fish footage, guys. We are just seeing them like crazy right now, and it is so dang cool. And they're just right there on the surface. It's crazy. And, you know, just as we come out here, there's more coming out here, hun.
Oh, I see them.
You see them? So look at that. There's 1, 2 that we can see right in like our field of vision. And then there's probably another, 40 of them. Oh, there's about 5 of them over there. You see them over in the surface? Holy cow, there's a bunch of them. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. I can't count them all. There's like hundreds of them. That is crazy. Holy cow, look on this dock.
And you thought all the fish
Look
were
at that.
dead.
Look at them, Megan. There's like 50 of them out here. Look, there's like 50.
I can see all the little ripples.
Do you see them? Point the camera out there. That is crazy. How are there so many of them?
Those are bluegills.
So guys, like I said, it's been really exciting to see all the nature happening. And I mean, these fish are just evidently, oh yeah, there's a bluegill right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then some of these are bluegills and some of these are bass.
There's like a whole, hopefully they're eating all that algae.
Yeah, please eat the algae. It's gross. Algae's gross.
It's disgusting.
Guys, we said we would come back and fly the helicopter some more. Oh, there's one on the shore there. Look, right on the shore.
He's a big guy.
Yeah, they're getting big enough. We should go fishing. So this is where I was viciously almost attacked by a beaver.
Viciously.
I was picking a reed. This is nature walk time. Oh, by the way, I touched up the stain. Be careful.
Oh.
I pulled one of those reeds from between the dock plates, and then a beaver literally jumped and went swimming by nonchalantly as I cleaned my drawers out because it scared the living crap out of me.
And you knew it was here. You came out to look at it.
I knew it was here. I knew it was here because I watched it go in the water. I just didn't know it was here. Okay, so to start this thing, you press this button, okay? This is our mostly charged battery. It was charging forever. I don't know why it took so long. Now our grass is kind of tall on the helipad because we're still trying to figure out our yard bow. So I think I'm gonna let this do a little self-trimming job as it spools up.
Oh geez.
And we'll see if it does a good enough job, okay? I know it's kind of dangerous. So I'm gonna hit return to home and then back to GPS. And then sticks down and out, let's see what happens. Okay, so I'm gonna go to stop. It did not like that. Obviously it cannot do self-destruction of grass. Not at a low speed, okay? So we're gonna come out here on the dock where we have a little bit more clearing, okay? So let's put it right there. I'm gonna put the blades out. I'm gonna go back to the GPS home, unlock, okay? Back to GPS, I want you on my left, please. All right, so when we start this helicopter, it's pretty easy, sticks down and out. Let it spin up. Seems pretty straightforward. And then up you go. There it is, guys. That is so dang cool. I gotta say, I love the lights. The lights, the ordnance really make this thing sweet. I cannot believe how much fun this little thing is. And it's really easy to fly. I mean, it's so easy to fly, the camera crew could do it. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. No.
Yes.
No.
The camera crew is totally gonna do it. She hates it when I do this.
When you do this.
She hates
I'm not
it when
gonna
I
do
do
anything.
this.
I'm just gonna let it sit there.
She's just gonna let it sit there. Well, you don't need to do anything, but just like push it forward with your right stick just a little bit. Okay, now let go. Isn't that amazing, guys? The camera crew is actually flying, sort of. Okay, now keep it over the ground. You'll have the better sensors.
Okay.
Good job. She's getting all nervous now. She hates it when I do this. But it's so much fun. It's so easy.
It is easy.
I told you it was easy.
Still don't like it.
Camera crew's taking over. All right, so let's see how it does when I fly over the water. We have our afterburners working again. I do want to be a little bit careful over water because sometimes you will lose your spatial orientation and it will drift in the wind. So you'll notice that we have GPS and we have 2 downward facing sensors. So one suggestion, if you are gonna fly over water, make sure that you understand it, make it a little bit loose on you. And there are geese over there, they're nesting, so I'm not gonna, holy crap, look at all the fish. Oh my goodness.
There's the geese.
We can herd them. Oh, and there's also a duck over here to my right with about 14 or 13 eggs.
Yep.
And then there's that thing.
Geese are gonna start yelling at you.
Yeah. I don't know. They might be okay with it.
They're kind of getting used to it.
They're okay with Airwolves.
Other flying things.
They're all jumping. I cannot believe how many fish are on the surface. This is crazy. I'm gonna try to spook them.
How many fish do we put in this pond?
I don't know, thousands, lots of them. Nature walk on Brian Phillips RC. I'm gonna do an inside pass if you're good. Just stay right where you are. See how tight that is, guys? Very easy, very, very confident. And we do have wind. It's not insane wind, to be honest. You can tell because I'm not yelling. And I gotta say, I'm gonna go right overhead, right overhead. Guys, gotta love it. That is so dang cool, and the ordnance and all. It is a really well done machine. Okay, so nature walk time, we're gonna go this way, back toward the other dock. I'd like to fly over the water. I cannot believe how many fish are just chilling there on the surface. They are just photogenic fish. Too bad the water doesn't look better right now.
We should get them little Brian Phillips RC shirts to wear.
We should. That would be a good idea, actually. Let's see. Anybody makes Brian Phillips RC fish shirts? Hit us up in the comments or email us immediately so we can get those ordered ASAP. Gotta say, I really like the way this helicopter flies, but I'm kind of a little bit gun shy about going in.
You're already at 2 battery lights.
I'm at 2?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's see if I can save it. Oh no, we're blowing off all the little things.
Oh good, we needed more dandelions.
Yeah, no kidding. Thank goodness.
Repopulate our little purple flowers.
Ah, that was close. We almost crashed. Do you see the frog jumping?
Oh,
so the purple flowers are beautiful, guys, all over, nature walk style on Brian Phillips RC. And then back to Long Island, the site of the first crash. So as you can see, Long Island is right here. Kind of looks like New York. It was made in honor of Jay Kujan. Jay, if you're watching, I don't know why, but that's okay. We'll take it. Guys, what a sweet helicopter. I know you'll like it. You should get one if you're into the Airwolf. I gotta say, way more impressed with this than the Flywing one. We just did not have a good experience with our Flywing, but you know what? I think we're gonna have a better experience with the V2 that's about to come out. Oops, can't talk about that. Sorry, you didn't hear it from here on Brian Phillips RC at all. You heard it from somebody else. But what a beautiful flight. Man, I want so badly to land next to these minnows. Let's go land by the minnows, camera crew. You think we can put down next to the minnows? Look at all the minnows. You see them? It's like, oh, there's a big old fish over there too, hunting them. You see the minnows?
Yeah.
You think I can put down on that one rock that's closest to me? Oh, there's the wind. Okay, we can land on this one.
Because this one is, well,
more manicured.
Somewhat.
Oh,
like
shoot,
that.
I gotta do this figure 8 thing.
Oh.
This figure 8 thing before the battery dies. Okay, figure 8. Here we go. figure 8. So I just pushed up. It's a momentary push button. Or not a momentary push button, it's a toggle switch. You just toggle it up and then it's gonna figure 8 us. Oh yeah! Oh, that is so sweet, guys. So cool. All right, now when it finishes the last figure 8, now I'm gonna go back to circle. Okay, so now I'm just to normal. Okay, so it's just gonna let me fly it again. So guys, when you get one of these GPS heli drones, make sure you're getting a good one because there are some that are really good and some that are really lame. This thing is proven to be actually a rock solid performer. I cannot believe, even after a crash. I gotta say though, now in high rates, I was in low rates. Dang it.
Remember, your return to home is gonna go back to the other dock.
Nah, it's okay.
Okay.
Even if that happened, it would be the end of the world. I can try to cancel it. Man, that is so dang cool. High rates is a lot faster, guys. There's high rates. I've been flying around in low rates on this flight, mostly because I wasn't paying attention. Man, that looks good. No retracts. I know some of you are thinking, I want retracts. Just wait longer. There's something coming soon. All right, let's see if we can put down on this rock. You wanna see if we can do it?
Okay.
There's a little bit of an uphill incline. I don't know if it's gonna let me do it. Think I can get it?
Yeah, you're gonna have to commit.
Yeah, I can do it. I think I can do it. Hard to get to the stop button on this thing. It's in a bad spot, but you're right, I am gonna have to commit. Okay, so here we go. So get up there. Don't be doing that twitchy thing, guy. Come on, guy. Oh, dang it. You know you want it. You're so close. All right, get up there. And there is a good anti-skid. There it is.
There you go.
And kill it, baby. Oh yeah, landing on the side of rocks, flying over fish schools. What more can you want? Crashing into trees. Yeah, that happened too. I gotta say, what a fun experience. This little Airwolf is so much better than some of the little ones we've had in the past. It comes out of the box, it flies, it's easy to do. I can't believe it tried to return home. It was like it was trying to run away from me, but even after its little temper tantrum, the thing came out of it and it's been better than ever. And we even fixed our afterburner with that little crash. So what more can you want? Brian Phillips RC's here to tell you the full truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God, as we review all these amazing little RCs. Every one of them is not the best thing since sliced bread, but this one is pretty fun. And I really do enjoy it. If you're into the Airwolf at all, definitely a good choice, okay? I can't believe it hit that tree. Let's go show the people not flying about where it hit and about where it fell from. Of course, you go back and review the footage. But if you look right here, that's the tree it hit, right?
Yes.
Or did it hit this one?
Nope, it hit the first one.
Hit this one?
That one.
Guys, I think it hit from...
Well, it hit that first set of branches. I can't even go back far enough.
Oh, really?
Yeah, walk down
yeah.
there.
So, I'm 6 foot tall.
Yeah.
So that's what, like
easy.
12, 15 feet?
18 to 20.
Wow.
Yeah, for
From
sure.
18 feet, it fell straight down, guys. That just goes to show you squishy tires pay the bills, okay? Because those are squishy tires, and look, they're hubless. So because they're hubless, you get all that protection upon a terrible landing, okay? So really, really impressed with this. Anytime I can walk away from a 15 to 18 foot fall in a heli, I feel like it's a good heli. So get one. Links in the video description below. Unbox is next. We'll answer any other questions you have remaining. If you want to support us in ways other than this heli, we have Patreon for monthly support, YouTube, super thanks for one-time donations, and YouTube members, thanks for being members, as well as PayPal if you don't want to be part of those groups, and then a P.O. box if you want to send stuff otherwise. We really appreciate you guys. Thanks for being part of this group on Brian Phillips RC. We love RC. We're going all in, as you can see here with that little building. You see it's marked out by those little mini bales. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be scary. It's gonna be invigorating. And we've already got the damn runway, the base in. So soon enough, it's gonna be another cross-run strip, and it's gonna be so cool. We cannot wait to share it with you. But in the meantime, we're just gonna keep doing RC like we always do. So stay tuned, Unbox next. YouTube, we're gonna open this box right now. It's gonna be amazing. You can tell there's corner guards, so it's gotta be pretty serious stuff. They're concerned about the corners. So am I.
Always.
You should be too. We haven't had any damage where the corner guards exist. But it does take it from a 10-second opening to a 40-second opening.
Just makes it look extra important.
Yeah, it's like my briefcase or something. I don't have one of those things.
Like your UPS guy will definitely know to not drop kick it across your yard because it has corner guards.
It's got corner guards. It must be fragile.
Yeah, it's from Italy.
All right. So here goes nothing, guys. Welcome to Ryan Phillips RC. We unbox them, we build them, we set them up, and then you can see if it's worth getting for yourself. Check the links. Okay. So it's a box. It's black on the bottom. Amazing. Okay. So we're just going to slide this right out.
Not for children.
Not for children.
So I don't know what you're going to do with it.
For me. Oh, what do we have here? It's another Airwolf. Amazing. From Sterling Kit. Looks pretty amazing. And it's got a tiger mouth, which is interesting. Okay, this is a 1/34 scale Airwolf. So it's an AW-911. And we're gonna open it up. It says it's got optical flow positioning, 6-axis gyro, two-way return, I don't know what that means, altitude hold, direct drive brushless motor, and GPS positioning. So this would be what we would call like a GPS heli drone, I think. Not that it's a drone, it's a GPS heli drone. That's what I call them.
Just a term.
That's our name.
That we made up.
That we made up.
Yes.
All right, wonderful. Instruction manuals, we'll see how that works. Okay, so let's pull this off. If I can get it. Looks like it's well packed. I know why they did corner guards now. Because these plastic cases don't always hold themselves the way. Why do they have it taped down here? How the heck are you supposed to get down to that tape?
Sheesh.
Okay, so we're gonna probably have to pull the whole package out so we can untape it. Slide that over there, camera crew. Ah, beautiful. Okie dokie. All right, so we see we've got this style of transmitter. And yes, they always put their Sterling Kit on these things when they're marketing samples. Okay, so up and down, left and right, figure 8, circle, auto manual, unlock. Danger means stop, which is actually safe. And then it looks like we have a GPS, return to home. That's pretty sweet. I hope that's what that means. And then back here, 4 AA's are required.
It's got a plug. Do they usually have a plug in
What?
the battery compartment?
That's a programming plug.
Oh.
Transmit, well, I don't know. I'm not sure what that's gonna do. But it looks like there might be some sort of an output there. I don't know what it does. Okay, so the battery style, we've seen this before on a few different styles. It's got a spot for a light. I don't know if this one has a light. I kind of doubt it. But this will tell you all sorts of information. 25C rated. 2S 1200 milliamp hour, okay? So I'm gonna press this button to turn it off until it turns off, and then it turns off with that little sliding scale. And I know you guys are waiting for the money shot, but I'm just gonna do this in the boring order first. Okay, we got blades. Looks like 2 blades, USB-A to USB-C, and a screwdriver and a little Allen hex key, and then another tail rotor with a paint stripe. I like that a lot. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Oh yeah. Oh, it's the Airwolf with guns. Oh, look at that, so sweet. Come over here. Look at the squishy wheels, rubber. It's all rubber, there is no wheel to rip off. That's pretty sweet. Missiles, awesome, guns. Ooh, this one came with 2.
Oh, nice.
Okay, and then it looks like they're listed as B for both. B for both of them. Fly barless controller, as we've come to expect. And then does this canopy open? It looks like it's all screwed together. This might come off, but you'd have to work at it. And it doesn't need to come off because the battery's down here. So you just squeeze here and then lift out and the battery comes out just like that. Okay, looks pretty straightforward. Okay, now remember, you have to press this button to turn it on too. So having the battery physically installed does not necessarily mean it's gonna work. And then look, the one we have on here is black, but then they sent one that's red and white. Why would they do that? That seems sort of counterintuitive to me. Why would they not put the red and white one on there?
I don't know.
That's totally bizarre. Okay, and then they sent an extra Sterling Kit, or Sterling Kit. Sticker. Okay, so I'm gonna close this up. We're gonna put it back in the box. Camera crew is gonna slide it over to me. I am a little bit concerned here because how do we charge our batteries? Well, I'm assuming the USB-A to USB-C is gonna help us facilitate the actual charging technique. And let's go ahead and put this right here so we can take a look at it if we need to. The tail rotor is black in the box. So maybe they came up with an upgrade partway through production.
I wonder what the actual movie TV show one had.
That's sweet. I don't know why they don't have that on there. Kind of irritating because, oh, look, there's lights on the afterburners. That's so cool. I don't know, hon. I think we'll just go with what comes stock first, and then we'll see how it works. Okay, USB-A to USB-C. This is gonna be how we charge our batteries. So now, I know for a fact some of these batteries have a charging dock station, and then this one happens to have a USB-C. So let's plug it in and see how it charges. And that is one thing that you guys are gonna wanna keep in mind. I'm gonna use a bigger charger. This is a Ruco 65 watt charger, comes with USB-A, USB-C, and USB-C. I'll just plug it in here. You don't need to use a big fancy charger like that, but the bigger and fancier, probably the faster you're gonna get for charge. We'll just plug that in now. Because it's USB-C, it's gonna be flippable, so you can plug it in either direction. And it's gonna indicate how much the charge level is. So now, this indicates 25%, this indicates 50%, that indicates 75%, and the flashing means somewhere between 100 and 75, the previous step. And this little micro PH1S connector would be considered, you can use that for an FPV camera or another small light, okay? So without further ado, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing ready to fly. And that might mean for us that we have to go ahead and charge this. Let's see how the other one comes out. You can press and hold the power button, let it turn on, but it doesn't seem to really, it says like it's full, but that makes me nervous because I don't know that I necessarily trust this. Also, we need to get AA's plugged in, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plug this one in and see if it's fully charged. So turning it off, we'll use a second cable, and I'll just grab another USB-A to USB-C just randomly. We'll plug this one into this Asus. This one's a lower wattage charger. Plug it in there, and we'll see what it says for charge level. Ah, see? So it still has some charge to go in it, okay? So you might wanna charge those first. So we're gonna let that charge, and while we let that charge, we're gonna grab some AA's and come right back. All right, so I noticed something while we were grabbing the batteries. The craft only opens up aileron rolls to the left or right, not forward and backward. So evidently there's a button that says mode. You can press that, and then they have this like up down, but I don't really understand. Why are they showing up and down? They just specifically said it doesn't work.
Go forward and backwards?
So as usual, we will figure out whether it works or not.
Ambiguity is our favorite.
Yeah, especially on helis. All right, so negative goes to the spring. Negative goes to the spring. Pop that down in there, I didn't get it all the way. And so that's basically the extent of setup, folks. Pretty simple, basic setup there. Okay, now let's see if this thing's sub 250 real quick. I'm guessing it's not sub 250, but I could be wrong, okay? So sub 250 meaning it would be below 250 gram limits, and then that means you wouldn't need to have a remote ID if you're trying to be compliant. As you can see, it's 256 empty with no battery. Okay, so not sub 250. So just keep that in mind. If you want to be legally compliant, then you're gonna fly in a FRIA, or you can fly with remote ID. I guess that's up to you if you want to follow the rules or not. I'll show you what you can do if you want to. I'm not saying this is what we're gonna do, but if you want to be compliant and you want to be greater than 250, then you could use something like this. This is a remote ID that's really compact, and it comes with its own self-contained battery and everything. Problem is, I don't know exactly where you're gonna stuff that in this model because there's just not really a good spot for it that I can tell. And the other thing too is there is an emission of radio frequency, so I wonder if it'd fit up there. It might actually fit up there, but I kind of doubt it. See, that's the thing. there's not usually any sort of an allowance for anything because then your motor's right there.
Right.
You can't fit your motor there because the battery's got to be there. You can't put, and you wouldn't want the motor to rub on it. So I'm not sure exactly what you're going to do. If you want to do that, you're going to have to basically, you know, like attach it to the missiles or something like that, which is totally lame. But anyway, assuming you want to be compliant. So I guess that's between you and the FAA. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait for our batteries to charge and come right back. Okay, so we're going to turn this thing on real quick. Oh, it's got a color screen. Whoa. Wow, fancy. That's fancy. It looks like a super nice little screen. Took off my screen protector. And there's a mode button. Oh, by the way, it says mode 2 there, ironically. And it looks like you've got GPS stuff, and it does show your throttle positions on there, which is kind of cool. And there's like a camera push button and a camera start, which I believe will pass through that battery. If I remember right, high-low rate. So you have to be in high rate up. You have to be up 8 meters, and then you can press and hold mode for 2 seconds. Wait for 2 beeps. Again, I don't think that's going to work unless you have feedback from the transmitter on the aircraft, and then you can go like this or like that, and it will actually flip over and fly automatically upside down. So we'll see how that works and if it's worthy of the excitement that some people will enjoy. I think it's kind of cool when you get a helicopter that will fly upside down well, but just keep in mind, our experience has been not only do you many times lose GPS because you're pointed the wrong direction, but then you'll lose your optical flow sensor, which is right here, guys. Optical flow is right there. And I got a little bit of glue right there. I'm gonna try to peel that out. Never seen that before. And then this is the other optical sensor. So that's like the radar one, if I remember right. But looks like we got an LED here, LED here, LED here. It's got cool lighting effects, whatever that means. And then I don't know if the guns actually light up, but we'll find that out here pretty quick too. So as you can see, these antennas fold up, and you can do whatever you want for positions with those, which is pretty cool. I'm assuming you have to arm it like that. And this must be a land button. So, feels like a pretty good size for the hand. Doesn't have much texture. This is plastic. It's got that simulated kind of like carbon fiber feel to it. But yeah, I would say this transmitter is pretty much what we expect on these. I did torque mine down. My sticks were loose when I got them, but you can actually adjust the sticks to make them longer and shorter on some of these. It looks like this one's just one piece. There is a lanyard attachment point there, and then trims. Looks like there's just regular trims like what we were used to seeing on airplanes and helis. But just remember, you get a high-low rate, 1 beep, 2 beeps for high. And then this one's like a camera, press and hold starts the recording. Again, I don't know that there is actually any recording apparatus on this particular device. And then this must be like the one-touch land or return to home or land or whatever. We'll figure out which one it is. Is there a startup procedure that we can find in the manual there, camera crew?
We can look.
All right, so the gyroscope calibration is supposed to be like this, guys. So if you look down at that mode 2 on the left, if you're on mode 1, then it's a different direction, okay? Slow flashing light means low power. Fast flashing light means low power, lower power, okay? And then what's this here? Now enter the gyroscope calibration. Okay, what's that? Stop motor, down and out like this after landing. Accelerate the joystick to the lowest position. Oh my gosh, for 3. Learn English or have an English person write your manuals, please. Okay, so look, we've got an actual elaborate explanation for what the receiver board looks like. That's pretty cool. Lower visual positioning, there's one of them. Status of the indicator, GPS servo 1, servo 2, servo 3, decorative lamps. Oh, here we go. Okay, so this shows the normal, just kind of what we're used to seeing on helis. That all looks pretty standard. So your collective puts you up, puts you down, yaws you left, yaws you right on mode 2, and then forward, leans you forward, back, leans you back. That leans you to the right, and that leans you to the left.
Opposite of what you just said.
Leans you to the left, leans you to the right. Sorry, said it out loud wrong. And, yep. Looks like this is all pretty standard stuff. All right, so we're gonna take a second and read and look for the startup procedure because we haven't found it yet. All right, so we went start to finish in this manual. We couldn't find anything useful. It kind of like maybe told you how to flip upside down, and it says it flies upside down the same as normal. I don't know. They call these accelerator sticks. So, I mean, that's pretty much, you can put that right where it belongs. That's why we have videos on Brian Phillips RC, so we can take you through whatever Chinese brand this happens to be. We don't know. Yeah. It's probably gonna change by the time you buy it. So I would not get too married to one particular name versus another because it's gonna change. And I can say this, there are certain brands that we have found that have very good manuals, and there are everybody else that have terrible manuals. So that's one of the biggest trade-offs on these, what would be one of the more complex toy grade / hobby grade GPS heli drones, or whatever you wanna call it. It just, I can't implore these Chinese companies enough. Just hire one fluent English speaking person to write your manuals for you, because it is really important to be able to communicate. This is how you take off with your helicopter. Like, we literally went through the whole thing. We still don't know. And I've done hundreds of models. We'll figure it out, but we have to guess. You should not have to guess when you're spending this type of cash on this type of a helicopter, okay? So in closing, thanks for watching our video. As you already know, we unbox, build, and radio set up these helis when they are GPS heli drones, or even if they're just more sophisticated helicopters. We show that at the end of our Maiden Flight, and so hopefully the Maiden Flight goes super well. Of course, future Brian says it's gonna be awesome. And if you guys enjoy this and you think you wanna get one for yourself, obviously we will help you figure out how to start the thing and take it off, which is really handy. So, don't forget to smash the like button when you get to that opportunity, and when you're subscribing, click the bell for notifications so you can be notified of all the new content that we've got right around the corner. So right around that corner, we've got our boxes ready to go. We have so much more right around the corner. And special thanks to our members. If you want to be one, we have Patreon and we have the membership on YouTube, as well as super thanks. Patreon if you don't want to be part of those things. And then we have a PO box for checks and stuff like that if you want to send straight up support. But we still firmly believe the best way for us to help perpetuate the hobby that we enjoy so much is for you to buy helicopters, quads, VTOLs, airplanes, and things that we review on this channel, because we have gone through the effort to show you whether or not it's worth a crap or if it's just other Chinese garbage, okay? Because there are a lot of these and there's a few that are really good, okay? We'll help you sort through that. Now, the other thing too to keep in mind is that just because a manual is bad doesn't mean a helicopter is going to be bad.
Exactly.
We see that a lot on these Chinese helis, and most of the time the helis are pretty good. It's just that they quite literally don't have somebody who can speak the language, our language, the language of industrial trade across planet Earth.
German?
And yeah, I don't know. It's English. So anyway, at the end of the day, I think this thing looks really good. Obviously, these helicopters are getting way, way better than what they've been in the past. And they are appealing to a group of people that may not be helicopter expert helicopter pilots. And so for that reason, I'm super excited to be bringing you this. And we want to say a special thanks to Sterling Kit for working with us. And we work with a lot of different brands, but they have been doing a good job. So when we get a chance to bring out something that's brand new that hasn't been released yet, we really appreciate that. But here on Brian Phillips RC, we have this habit of telling the full truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God, so hopefully it doesn't suck. Anyway, you guys get to make that decision. And at the end of the day, I love these helis, and I hope you will too. So check it out. Links in the video description below if you want to buy this, or check out Brian Phillips RC. If you don't know how to spell my name or don't want to spell it, you can just type bprc.me, take it to the same exact place, and you can sort by type or brand we worked with. And there's lots of other things in store for you. If you haven't already watched, you can check it out there. We said we were gonna let some batteries charge, and full disclosure, and ironically, the battery that was in the heli shipped in the box is charged faster than on this big 65 watt charger. I don't know why that is. Maybe this one was more dead, but either way, this one's showing as fully charged. And so we're gonna actually be using this for our maiden flights. So if you have questions, leave them in the comments below. We'll do our best to get back to you and help answer your questions, because here on Brian Phillips RC, that is what we do. We try to get you out of the chair and into the air, and the way we do that is by showing you a plethora of different amazing choices that will help you to make good decisions. Because remember, every item that's for sale from China is the best that has ever existed if you go look at their marketing page. Okay, we're gonna help you sort through that. If you have questions, leave them down below. We appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching and come back for more.